side on me, I like to get it poppin'. But these bitches in my business cut me out, you're choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. In the bedroom, I be screaming, but outside I keep it quiet.
My name is Cassidy, and I'm so grateful you clicked on today. So today we're going to be doing a new topic. Why were they so ugly to you? So that word kept coming up to me, ugly, ugly, ugly. And I was like, what is going on here? And I feel like Spirit wants us to kind of explore these people's darkness, explore their reasons. You know, some people are just ugly because that's how they are, but other time there are reasons behind it. And just for information purpose, I want to try to give you guys some explanations for maybe why somebody was so rude to you, ugly to you, hurtful to you. Just give you maybe a little bit of closure here if it's needed. But take everything with a grain of salt. Tarot is a tool that we can use, but always trust your intuition first. So let's jump right in. I'm using my Studio Ghibli cards today, and I love these cards so much. They are such lovely illustrations. So pile 1, you shuffled the Tower. Pile number 2, you shuffled the Empress. And pile number 3, you shuffled the Hanged Man. So there will be a 30-second meditation. Give you some more time with the cards to help you decide which pile is for you. If you're still struggling, you can check out the description box down below where I shuffle songs for every pile, as well as ways to get in touch with me for personal readings. All right, guys, I will see you at your pile. Can't wait.
You talk that talk, but he don't match it with. So strong whatever you want. Whatever you need. Don't call me. Calling on a side on me, I like to get it poppin'. But these bitches in my business got me out, you choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. I'm the lowest of the low. Ready, you can keep that, ain't nobody knows. You're lucky, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But if you can keep that, ain't nobody knows it.
Fuck it. Real shit.
Welcome, pile number 1s. You chose the Tower, and this is Howl's Moving Castle. So immediately when I was just channeling the energy with the card by itself, before I had even shuffled, I kept getting like a jokester. Right before the reading, it's like I started acting really silly. And like, you know, I am a naturally silly person, but I think it felt very weird. I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, I'm actually questioning myself in a sense where it's like, normally if I'm being silly, it's like, I don't really question it a lot of the times. But this time it was like, I'm like repeating the word ole. Ole. Okay. Like, it's very silly. It's like very silly. And so I was like, I was getting that it's more so this person's energy that I was already tapping into. Very silly. Like, this is somebody who is just a jokester. I don't know. Like, they like to look at everything from a view of humor, I guess. It's like, they don't take anything serious, I guess is what I'm trying to say. it's hard for this person, yeah, to take things seriously, especially I feel your feelings. So it's like they would rather just like make a joke about it, or they definitely like to inflict pain through humor as well. And so with the Tower energy, you know, the Tower is all about sudden change, things falling apart. And I do feel like that there was a motive that this person had where they wanted things to fall apart for you. They really wanted to watch things crumble. I'm hearing right before their eyes. It was like they would have taken a lot of pleasure from watching you fall apart. And it's because they think it's funny. So why were they so ugly to you? I think that sadly, this is somebody who is just naturally an asshole. I will say that. I hope that that validates you a bit. I feel like this is somebody who is just naturally a punk. They were raised this way. Like this is part of who they are. This is like something that I feel like that they might even wear as like a badge of honor. Like, I'm a bitch, I'm an asshole, I'm this and that. Like, they feel a lot of pleasure from making people hurt. But it's like, because they're using it in a humor, in a humor mask, like they wear this mask of humor to try to hide the actual malicious intent behind it. So it's like hee hee ha ha, but it's actually like this person wants people to hurt. So why were they so ugly to you? Because they thought it was funny. Because they thought that making you upset, seeing you fall apart, seeing you crash out, it's super funny for this person. Like they feed off of that energy. So this is, unfortunately, this is just, it's not really the best person. Like they really don't have strong morals, or like a strong moral compass. They lack a lot of empathy. This is somebody, who sees somebody get hurt and they laugh. You know, it's like, oh, you just like broke, like twisted your ankle. It's like, this is somebody who's gonna like cover their mouth to laugh and then be like, are you okay? But it's like they're laughing behind this question, and it's really, it's immature. It's definitely somebody who needs help. Like they need to talk to somebody, because this isn't normal. Like this lack of empathy, this desire to actually inflict harm and pain, this isn't normal. Like this is not your everyday Joe who it's just like, oh, they're just a little bit silly. No, like this is somebody who has something really dark and messed up going on in their mind. So why were they ugly to you? We had the Ten of Swords in reverse. It's actually interesting. Yeah, they wanted to, like, they like to see people go crazy. They could have played like mind games. Like this is somebody who likes to mess with people. You know, it's like, it's making me think about, I saw a TikTok and I cannot remember her name, unfortunately, but she was talking about her experiences with her really toxic mother growing up, and how her mother used to hide her clothing and other items. Like she used to hide her stuff to mess with her, to like basically like, and she would even, I think, get in trouble for like things going missing. And this one time she ended up like finding a t-shirt or like a sweater t-shirt she had been looking for, and she was like so excited, and instead of like taking it to her mom or anything, she just put it on. She started wearing the sweatshirt, and the mom's face when she saw her wearing the sweater that she knows that she hid, and she's like, where did you find that? Or like, where was it? Like, did you found it? And she's like, oh yeah, I just lost it. And it's like, I think that that's kind of what happened in this situation, is like somebody had this intention to like pull the wool over your eyes, to mess with you, to get one over on you. And I think that you might have even played back. Like you might have picked up on their tactics here. I know it doesn't really give an explanation like why were they ugly to you, but it's more so I'm seeing kind of this is what happened. The Ten of Swords in reverse. They wanted you to be mentally exhausted. They wanted to mess with your mind. So not only do they want your life to fall apart, it's like they kind of want it to be because you're crazy, or because they made you crazy, or because your mind is like deteriorating. There's something here where they derive a lot of pleasure from seeing people like lose their mind, going crazy. It's just like a weird vampirism. Like they like to feed off of that energy. Like it makes them feel powerful for some reason. With the Six of Swords in reverse, I mean, why were they ugly to you? They wanted to cause trouble. This person had no intentions of creating peace with you. They had no intentions of moving to calmer waters. They always wanted to stir the pot. They always want to make things worse, not better, cause trouble. Like if they have the option to cause mischief or create peace, they're going to go the mischief route every time. And then we have this Nine of... Ooh, this deck is actually different. Hold on. There's spears. There is hedgehogs. Okay, so this is swords. Sorry, I'm just like, I don't use this deck very often. Swords. We have cups. This is bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups here. So we have cups. I think this is wands. Okay. Okay, Nine of Wands. My new Wicked deck, they have flowers and it represents cups. So that's why I got a bit confused too. It's like, I was seeing this as the Nine of Cups, which is almost like, why were they ugly? They derive, like, once again, pleasure. They derive emotional fulfillment from doing it. But because this is actually the Nine of Wands here. Wow, like they really saw you in a way as a challenge. They were like, ooh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be interesting. I don't know if also there's something here where they love emotional reactivity. So you could have definitely experienced reactive ABUSE in this relationship where they were just picking you. They were just poking you. They were just constantly trying to get you to be upset, to react. So that they could sit there and say that you are crazy. Once again, this has to do with your mental state. Why were they so ugly to you? Because they wanted to gaslight you. They wanted to make you look crazy. And just like I was seeing with that girl who found her sweater, and she decided to kind of get one over on her mother back, you know, I think that the same kind of situation played out here where it's like you were more of a challenge. This person recognized that you had intelligence. This person recognized that even if you were emotional, you weren't crazy. Like you were not crazy. You were not going to fall apart. And especially, I think that you began to put up walls. You began to put up defenses. I think that you even got tired. I think there was an element of, I'm so tired of this person's shit. You know, I am so exhausted of having to deal with this person's mind games. I think you were smart enough to recognize what was going on in the situation, and you began to put up boundaries. You began to put up walls. And that was also another reason why they were ugly to you. They were ugly to you because they recognized that you were onto them. I think you really started to see through this person. Especially, I kept looking at this 2 little lights here, and it just looks like eyes, you know? And that's why they were so ugly to you as well. So it's like, even though this person was already like baseline being ugly to other people, it's like just kind of comes very natural to them, because they saw this as like a challenge. They saw you as putting up defenses. They saw you as putting up boundaries towards them, starting to catch on, starting to see through them. That's especially why I think they doubled down, and they might have even become even uglier to you or gotten meaner as they were going, because they really wanted people to look at you as crazy. Because I think that this person, they really rely on people seeing them as like lighthearted. They rely on people seeing them as just like a jokester. Oh, I'm just funny, hee hee ha ha. But it's really not. Like, if you really look at their jokes, the things that they say, it's actually like personal. It's actually like they're trying to hurt people or make people feel smaller, less than. The 2 of Wands here. There's an aspect here where it's like this person doesn't really know why they do what they do. I don't think this person has spent a lot of time reflecting why they act the way they do, or like why they treat people this way. They don't really have this self-awareness of like, I shouldn't do this. Once again, it just really feels like something's very, very wrong here, where it's almost like they don't even recognize the cruelty. They don't recognize the lack of empathy. They don't recognize why, like they don't come to their own conclusion of like, why am I doing this? Like they can't answer that question themselves. I feel like they really could if they were to like get help and like seek resources and things. Like they could probably figure themselves out, but it's like, I think there's also like a lack of caring. They just don't really want to. 2 of Cups at the bottom. They wanted to create disharmony. They wanted to create imbalance. This person, I don't think they like themselves very much as well. I think that they like other people to feel the same way. Putting down others as a way to distract from their own inferiority. Why were they so ugly to you? We have observing, being watched, social media stalking, keeping an eye on you, obsessed with you. So there could be a bit of obsession here as well, where this person was, yeah, they felt very like laser focused onto you, your energy. I feel like they felt threatened as well because you were catching on. You started setting boundaries. So I think that this person was like very laser focused onto you. We have dismiss, disregard, ignore, look the other way, leaving behind. This person felt you leaving them behind. This person felt dismissed by you. This really triggered their ego. This really triggered them to have to ask themselves, why would this person want to leave? What is wrong with me? And then it's like they recognize that this isn't actually how you should be treating people. So it's like you actually gave this person a bit of an ego death. You actually kind of put the mirror in their face and were like, look, I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be around this. I feel like once again, there was an exhaustion here. There was boundaries that you put up. And I think eventually you decided to leave behind or look the other way. And then it's like you kind of left this person alone. And they felt very trapped, stuck, locked down, mental prison, captive. Like this person was left alone to kind of look at themselves and their behavior. Why is this person so ugly to you? Here, I'm going to keep shuffling actually. Because that just fell right out without shuffling. Okay. Why was this person ugly? 2 set your course, know where you wish to go, have a plan, the right direction. They, like I said, they didn't have a course. They didn't have a plan. They didn't have anywhere to go. I think that's also, it's a really big reason why this person is ugly to others, is because they don't have anything going on for themselves. Why else would they be so focused on other people, criticizing them, making jokes about everybody else? It's a distraction. So like I said, people don't look at their own weaknesses, their own flaws, their own lack of direction. This person doesn't actually know what they're doing. They don't have a plan. This person could actually be very aimless at this time, where it's like they don't have a game plan. I don't know, like they just, like, I don't want to criticize people who like don't live by the matrix, you know? It's like, I get it. But at the same time, it's like this person just lacks empathy, or lacks, like, they just don't care. Like, there's just an element where they don't really care. And I feel like you could have been somebody who had a plan. You could have been somebody who knew where you wanted to go. And I feel like this person felt like you were going in the right direction. And I do think that it like triggered this person to feel like, oh, I'm not doing anything with my time. I'm not doing anything with my life. So I do think that's why they were ugly to you, is because they got nothing going on. We have 2 cards. We have nonsense. It's time to talk sense. Yeah, this person was very controlling. It was just like they were always looking like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? It is kind of giving, Queen of Hearts a bit. And that's what I was feeling on the pre-shuffle, where I was like, ole, ole, ole. Like, it doesn't make sense. I was literally talking nonsense. And it's like, yes, I'm a silly person, but it's like, I'm not over here usually, you know, like talking nonsense like that. It's like this person loves to blur the lines. They love to kind of talk nonsense. They love to keep things very careless. And that means like the conversation, like they want to keep the conversation light, careless. And I feel like the way that they do that is through like cruelty of like, oh, did you see that person? They're so this and that. They're so ugly. They're so this. And like, they do feel very shallow as well, where it's like they're just looking at you based on your outside appearance. We have the right way. That's interesting, because we have the right direction here. Now we have the right way, learning to create what you desire. This person watched you create your path out of thin air. Like, this person felt like you guys could have started from a similar place, where you guys were given the same resources, the same opportunities here, but it's like you actually made something of it, where this person kept talking nonsense. This person they were so focused on like making other people look bad as well, and like making fun of others, that it's like they wasted their own time. They wasted their own opportunities, and they hate you so much because they feel like you did something the right way. You went the right direction. And I feel like in life there is no right and wrong. So it just kind of shows once again that this person has a really black and white mindset of like, what is right, what is wrong. And they could have looked at you as like you were doing things wrong. Or they could be telling everybody else like, you're crazy, you were doing everything wrong. But I feel like the further along that you go down your path, you have created so many opportunities in abundance, learning to create what you desire, that it's kind of just like people are looking back at this person like, I thought that you said pile 1 was crazy. I thought that you said pile 1 was going the wrong way. They look like they're doing pretty good to me. You know, it's like people are questioning them. Uncertainty. Choose who you will become. Why were they so ugly to you? Because you forced them to take accountability. You were like, what? Like, I think that you were very confused. You started putting up boundaries. I think you started to walk away, dismiss this person. And this person it's like they didn't see that as an option. I don't know if nobody has ever walked away from them. Nobody has ever, you know, dismissed them in the way that you have. But it really actually made them start thinking, the cogs here. It's like their cogs started turning in their head, and they were like, wait a second, like, who have I become? Like, they started actually reflecting. I feel like you really triggered self-reflection for this person. So I'm going to get one last card here just as advice for you in this situation. But mainly, I mean, just to kind of summarize what was going on here. This person, they had nothing going on. They weren't taking themselves seriously. They weren't taking anything seriously. They were jealous of your path. They felt like you were doing things the right way, and so it made them feel wrong. And that was very triggering for them. And their ego, how could I be wrong? This is somebody who thinks they're the smartest in the room, I think. And you kind of showed them, no, you're not. You don't even know who you are, kind of thing. What's the advice? Damara, guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. I think that your empathy was just very upsetting to this person. I think Spirit is saying that's the biggest difference between you and this person, is that your empathy kind of glows out from inside you. You are very soft and kind and sensitive. And this person, I think, was the very opposite. And I think that Spirit wants you to really recognize that a lot of us, like, we become, you know, choose who we become. A lot of us become just a product of our environment, of what we were taught. And I feel like Spirit's telling you, like, you do have the opportunity here to help guide children and teach them from an early age how to connect with their empathy, how to not become somebody like this. I feel like you've already left this person behind. You've already dismissed this person. So it's like, Spirit's like, how can we use your sensitivity, your empathy for good, you know, for good opportunities? This is a skill that you have. I feel like there's a part of this person too that almost wishes that they had met you when they were younger, so that they could have developed more self-awareness, more empathy early on. And I feel like there is a resentment there that they didn't have that. We do have Unog, easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So if you're feeling stressed out just about timing, about the direction that you are currently going in, you know, Spirit is telling you to take it easy. Don't force anything. Don't push yourself outside of a comfort zone here. That's not necessary. I feel like you're very sensitive. And so just like easy does it, slow and steady, brick by brick. I think Spirit's very proud of you for how you've chosen who you will become. So that's all I have for you, pile number ones. This was really interesting. Thank you so much for being here. If you found this helpful, please give me a like, comment, subscribe. I would love to hear from you guys. Until next time, love, light, protection, blessings. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. You chose the Empress here. All right, welcome to your reading. Why was this person ugly to you? So I'm trying to remember what I was hearing during the pre-shuffle. Wow. I feel blank. I feel almost as if this person doesn't even know why they did it. Like they go blank. They're like, why did I do that? Like they lose all motion. They lose all intention. It's like, it's a very half-assed attempt is what I'm kind of getting. But what I was getting is this person loves to make people that they are viewing as beautiful. Like I think that this person viewed you as beautiful. They viewed you as calm. They viewed you as stable as well. You could have been creating something that was also beautiful. I don't know if it's a project, building a career, a family even. But this person looked at your beautiful life here and they were triggered. I really do feel like they wanted to see you uncomfortable. They wanted to see you put into a position where you might lose your cool, or you might, like, I just feel like you're usually very baseline calm, like very calm, very patient. And this person kind of wanted to see you get upset or be put into some kind of uncomfortable situation here. I feel like bottom of the deck, we also have the Hermit here. And I feel like this is also how they view you, as like this Empress, this Hermit. You could be somebody who keeps to yourself. Like you might not be very extroverted. Like you could be somebody who likes to spend a lot of time alone. And I think that could be another reason why this person was ugly to you. Because I kept hearing the word flaky, and also like Ponyo. It's like a little bit of a fishtail here. So I was kind of feeling like this person tried to say that you were flaky, that they couldn't rely on you, that they couldn't, you know, depend on you in certain situations. Like you might be late or you might be flaky about situations. But I don't really see that. I actually see that you probably set boundaries and you didn't let this person be codependent to you, where, you know, like this person might have wanted to spend all their time with you. They just kind of wanted to waste their time. And I feel like even when you guys might have spent time together, I don't think it was very productive. I am getting drinks, so it could be like they could like to drink here. With the bottle here, it's reminding me of when Alice started crying so much that, you know, that just like in the card, there was an ocean, and it's like an empty bottle and then an ocean of tears. And so I feel like this person is the opposite of you, where you are very calm, collected, beautiful. You keep to yourself. You set boundaries when you need to. This person, I think that they try to drink their problems away, or they try to they'll empty the bottle, and then it's like they'll get very emotional once they've gotten to that point of, you know, being very intoxicated. And I feel like that's kind of what they wanted you to do. It's like maybe this person would take you out a lot, or try to get you drunk, or try to get you under some kind of substance, because it's like they wanted to see you undone. They wanted to see you like start crying and sobbing. They wanted to see you break down in the same way that this person is breaking down. There's kind of like this weird mentality that I'm picking up on, where it's like we all suffer together. Like there's some kind of energy of this person felt like you thought you were better than them, or thought that you like were too good to cry, or too good to drink, or too good to do this and that. Like this person doesn't understand boundaries. It's like you are only going to do the things that provide you with peace, love, stability. You are not somebody who's going to drink to the end of the bottle, and put yourself in that hyper emotional position where it's like you can't control yourself, you're spilling over, you're falling over. You know, it's like you wouldn't do that. So it's like this person was ugly to you for that. It's like they're ugly for you to you because I feel like there's something about like you didn't join the cult. So this person could have been part of a group, or this could have been a friend group here. I feel like you could have been like the mom friend, like you were always super helpful, super sweet. I feel like you gave a lot of good advice here as well. Like you were just very graceful, respectable. And this person, I think whenever they would get into these like moments of instability, you know, it's like they would just completely lose control of themselves. They would look to you, and it's like it would anger them that you were not on the same page, or that you, like, they felt like you didn't understand what they were going through, or like they just felt like you were too good, like you thought you were too good for them. And so that's why they started to become very ugly to you. With the 3 of Cups here, this is literally my BITCH card. You know, it's like this person, why were they ugly to you? Because they're a B. They are a bitch. They are a witch, you know, and not in a good way. Like this person, especially if they are influenced or under the influence, yeah, it's like it releases what they feel like is accountability. It's like, oh, I was drunk. I don't have to apologize for my behavior during then because I was out of control. I didn't know what I was doing. And it's like, no, I think you just want to be like, there's something where it's like this person is more honest or is more themselves when they do drink. Or like they let the less polished side come out. I don't think it's who they are truly, but it's like, I feel like you could have saw some really like dark moments with this person, and they were just so angry that you wouldn't like join in with them, that you wouldn't like destroy yourself alongside them. They were just so upset at your ability to like stay in your power, because this person gives their power away constantly. I feel like they could have just started rumors. They could have been talking a lot of gossip, a lot of trash. Like I feel like this is just a mean person. Like they are very mean-spirited here. I just like accidentally hit I have my Labubu here, and this little earring is hanging off of it, and it like fell straight into my hand. And there's something here about your style. I feel like they even were like making fun of your style, especially like this jeweled up kind of thing, and the necklaces, like the way you would do your makeup, the way you would style yourself. Like this person would just, it's like I'm seeing somebody rolling their eyes. Like this person would roll their eyes at your attempts to adorn yourself, make yourself comfortable, make yourself beautiful. Like, why is that so upsetting to them that you are worshiping your vessel, that you are taking care of yourself, you know? It's like, I'm hearing, oh my gosh, it's reminding me of that one Hannah Montana episode. So throwback, but it's the one where Hannah is trying to like get revenge on the girls at the camp. And it's like, I just keep hearing that phrase that Billy Ray kept telling her. He was like, you know, if you sleep with the dogs, you're gonna get fleas. Like if you, lay down with the dogs, you're gonna get fleas. And it's kind of like, they wanted you to get fleas. Like they wanted you to like stoop down to their level. They wanted you to like show your shadow, lose control, be the worst version of yourself. So it would give them an excuse to be their own horrible self. Like this is somebody who wants enablers around them. This is somebody who wants people that will not disagree with them. I feel like if you did disagree with this person, like I think that they got super emotional. They could have cried. They could have just caused like a tantrum, had a tantrum, you know? I feel like you might have felt maternal over this person, no matter who it is. It's just like you could have felt like this nurturance, like you wanted to help them, you wanted to take care of them. But then it's like you soon realized that this person's intentions were negative. Like they were definitely to stir the pot, to get you out of character here. We have temptation. Interesting. I think this might be the devil card in this deck. I'm not sure, but I'm going to read it as such. Wait, that's 10, 15. Yeah, that's the devil. This person, I think that they put on a really good show for you, where it's like, just like the guy in the story with the oysters, you know, they put on this show, they tell this whole story, but the truth is the entire thing is a manipulation to get what they want from a place of greed, from a place of selfishness, from a place of self-satisfaction. And I feel like this person really only thinks about themselves, and they think about wanting to manipulate things for their best possible outcome. So it's like, how can this help me? How can this, you know, benefit me? And what's so horrible about this card is, like, you know, the walrus here, he teams up with the other guy, with the carpenter, I think, the walrus and the carpenter. So they team up together to get the oysters, and they were supposed to feast together as a team. But this person ended up double crossing the carpenter and eating all of the oysters by himself. He didn't even save him one. You know what I mean? He didn't even give him one, even though he had put in all this work and effort just as he did to play this song and dance, to do the manipulation. So it's like, even the person that, I'm sorry, even the people that this person is friends with, it's like, if they're sitting around talking S about you, just know that this person is loyal to none except themselves, right? This person is not loyal to anyone except themselves. They will eat every last oyster. They won't share. They won't save you with a dime. This is a greedy motherfucker. I'm like trying so hard not to curse, and then there I go. This person could have also cursed, because I do feel like there's a lot more swear words in this pile. I feel like this person ran their mouth. That's what it is. They will run their mouth. They would put on a show and dance. I feel like this person really tries to present themselves as like, I'm a good person. I'm a good friend. You know, like, especially because this person was upset about you being flaky or this or that. It kind of shows that they think themselves as somebody who shows up for other people. But the truth is, they would double cross their people if it meant that they would get, it's like the, would you, I don't know, I'm thinking crazy scenarios, but it's like, would you put your sibling in jail to get $1 million? Like, this person would do it in a heartbeat. $1 million? Oh yeah, sure. Like, this person is selfish. You just give them a benefit for themselves and they're all in. And it also reminds me of, like, just, you know, especially alcoholics. It's like, I just feel like they do not care about much else except getting their drink, getting their stuff. If they're not an alcoholic, if there's some other addict here. But it's like, they really, that's all their mind is kind of set on, is like, how am I going to get my fix? And I do feel like that's how this person is like, how am I going to get what I want? And I feel like your beauty was just really upsetting, disturbing to this person. I feel like it's just general jealousy that they were feeling towards you, especially the way you did your makeup and hair. It's like, even if they're making fun of it, it's because they're jealous, because they didn't do it, because they didn't put effort in, because they don't worship their vessel the same way you do. Yeah, very indulgent, very addictive behavior. And that could be another thing where it's like, they could have been addicted to your energy. They were like, oh my God, the Empress, so beautiful, so lovely. They get close to you, they get addicted. And then whenever you start like setting boundaries or saying, oh, I can't make it today, or I'm gonna be running late today, it's like, it upsets this person because they wanted more, they want their fix, they want what they want. Very controlling, very demanding, very entitled. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Why did this person hurt you? Once again, it's just coming through that they're just generally a jerk. I think that this person is aggressive. This person likes to start fights, like aggression, like they want chaos. I think that this person really wants, like, you know, everybody to be drunk, everybody to be crying, everybody to be fighting. And it's like, you have to think, why would a person want that and crave that? It's because it's probably what this person grew up around. It's probably how they were raised in this chaos here. And I think that they're a bit addicted to it. They're addicted to the chaos. I feel like if this person were to switch shoes, you know, switch lives with you, it's like they wouldn't know what to do with themselves in your position. All the magic that you create, all the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, they wouldn't know how, they wouldn't care to do half those things. And I think that they would get bored, which is really sad, because like routine, discipline, boredom is actually very healthy. You know what I mean? It's like this person craves this chaos. I think that you prefer your peace, and that's why they were so ugly to you. I just feel like they wanted to, like, also just like, it just feels a little codependent, where it's like they just wanted to be up your ass all the time. Like, I'm trying so hard not to curse. What is wrong with me? They were just up your freaking butt, where it's like they also, this could be somebody who just like expected you to drop everything and to show up for them, like as if you don't have a life, as if you don't have a schedule, as if you don't have things going on for yourself, you know. It's like they wanted to be alone with you. Like there's something really weird about, we can be alone together, when I feel like you just generally needed your alone time to recharge. It wasn't ever personal. I mean, it could have been if you were in this person's chaos at different times. You know, you could have really wanted to get away, but like someone who is not even loyal to their own people, and you are entitled to my pile two's energy, you know, like you're not even loyal to anybody. Why would pile two want to be near you? Let's get some more. Why were they ugly to you? All right, we already have two. This came out in pile one. Dismiss, disregard, ignore, look the other way, leaving behind. I mean, it kind of feels similar to pile one a bit, but it's like pile one gave me more like mastermind, manipulator, like kind of like somebody who really knew what they were doing more so. Like they were a bit more strategic. This pile gives me like, they emotionally react like they don't let me rephrase that. They don't regulate their emotions properly, so it's pouring out all the time, and it's like they blame you, they talk shit. It's like this person's so just all over the place. So I feel like you disregarded it. You were like, look, I can't have this disturbing my peace. I have to look the other way. I'm sorry, I have to leave this behind. I feel like there could have been a very emotional night as well, where you just kind of realized with the Chariot in reverse, this relationship wasn't going anywhere. I feel like you kind of realized, oh, I'm seeing in my head from Alice in Wonderland, the you know, whenever she lands, right after this scene, you know, it's like she gets swept out from her ocean of tears, and there's the dodo bird with the little fire, and everybody's running in the circle. It's like you realized, I'm just gonna keep running in this freaking circle with this person. We are gonna keep doing the same shit over and over again. I gotta get out. Like, just like Alice in Wonderland, she just finally slipped out. You know, she disregarded it. She dismissed. We have family. Starting a family, making a home, feeling safe, security. Why were they ugly to you? They recognize that you would be a wonderful parent, that you could really create such a beautiful home, and they are just so envious of your safety, your security. This person feels like they live in this chaos, and it's like they're used to this chaos, but does it really feel good? You know, do they really feel safe? Do they know what's going to happen tomorrow? Does it give them any peace of mind, any security at all? This person has none. And so when they look at you, And it's like you have such a beautiful energy to create. For some of you, this person could be jealous that you are a woman and they are like a man, or they could have issues with fertility as well. There could be something there where it's like they could be literally jealous of your family. But I really just think most of all what they're jealous of is the safety and security that you have manifested for yourself, you've protected. And they were ugly to you because you didn't feel safe around them. You do not feel safe in their chaos. And so I think they became very ugly once they realized that you were going to choose yourself, that you were going to walk away. And I feel like they're projecting onto you a lot of their own negative traits, where it's like they're very selfish, they're very greedy. So it's like they're trying to tell everybody, oh no, that person was just so greedy, that person is just so selfish. You know, it's just projecting. They're just projecting their own darkness, their own devil energy onto you, because this person will never take accountability. That's the difference between the two of you. That's why you can grow. That's why you can build. That's why you can move forward. The Chariot in reverse, why were they ugly to you? They're not going anywhere. They're not moving forward. They're stuck. Deja vu. Isn't that so funny? That's exactly what I was thinking of when I was thinking of the dodo bird and the little animals running around them. They're trying to get dry, but the only person getting dry is the dodo bird holding the fire, while the rest of them are running and running in circles, but the ocean keeps coming back, washing back up, and making them all wet over and over and over and over again. So it's like they're never getting dry. They're always going through this cycle of deja vu. There's history, happened in the past, repeated patterns. You guys could have been family. There could have been history here, like a deep, deep history. And like I said, you could have felt maternal towards this person, or just like you wanted to help them, you wanted to take care of them. But this person was addicted to their own problems. They refused to change their patterns. They refused to change their ways. They did not want to leave this chaos. We have you are rare and free. There are not many like you. This is definitely like Empress energy in this deck. Like this, you are so graceful. You have such a posture of maturity and self-love. Like, you know your worth, and I feel like you have freed yourself from a lot of devil energy. You freed yourself from temptation. You freed yourself from deja vu, repeated cycles. Like, I think you are somebody who does who pushes yourself forward because you know what you deserve. You love yourself so much that you are going to honor yourself and work hard, stick to discipline, stick to your routines. You're so different from this person. They could have never met anybody like you as well. And that could also be something that incites rage in them, is because they couldn't hold on to you. You know, they never met anybody like you. Like I said, I feel like this person became very possessive, obsessive, and when you started pulling away, that's also why they became so ugly. Nature, communication, flower energies, fairy energies, elemental messengers. There's something here about flowers, fairies. Like, you make things grow, you make things bloom. This person could also just feel like you are naturally beautiful. There's something whimsical about you. There's something almost fairy-like about your energy, magical. This person was very jealous of your manifestation, your ability to create, your ability to grow. Also your beauty. I cannot get over your beauty. It's like your eyes. There's something here definitely about your eyes. You're so beautiful. There could be something that you do with your makeup that accentuates the eyes, also the lips. But there's something you're doing that just makes you look ethereal, makes you look like a woodland creature. And I'm sorry, I keep, and I feel like this is what was so obsessive, or like why this person was so obsessive. They're like, oh my God, they're so beautiful, they're so beautiful. Changed in the night. You have changed quickly. Why were they ugly to you? Because they feel like you changed in the night. They felt like you dismissed them, you disregarded them, you ignored them, you changed in the night. This person doesn't want to change, so they don't understand when other people change, you know? They are so dedicated to remaining the same, never growing, never getting out of their toxic cycles. So when you started to do it, it's like they couldn't fathom this. They couldn't believe that you would change. Especially, like I said, I feel like this is a long-standing relationship. There's history. You know, like you could be, like, it could be family, it could be, like somebody who felt like family. It's always tea time. 3 of Cups in reverse. Eternity, endless moments, repetition. Once again, repetition. Why were they so ugly to you? Because you realized what they could offer you. You realize this person can offer me really chaotic, fun times, but I'm also bored out of my fucking mind. Like that, I feel like you were so sick of maybe even listening to this person tell the same stories over and over again. Like this person would forget that they told you shit. With eternity and endless moments, I just feel like you would hang out with them and it's like it would feel like eternity. I feel like you would feel stuck. Like you would feel like you're wasting your time. You would feel like it's like you were counting down the moments to get away, to like go home. You know what I mean? To like get out of this chaos. Like I just feel like you did not appreciate it. But it's just like the Mad Hatter. I feel like this person represents the Mad Hatter, where it's like they wanted you to stay at this tea time forever. They don't understand, why are you leaving? What could be better than what we're doing right here? But it's like Alice obviously was not somebody who would be happy doing that for the rest of her life. And so it's like that's what's inciting so much anger in this person, is like, why don't you want to have tea with me for the rest of your life? You know, why don't you want to sit around and drink every single day and talk shit about everybody and like be selfish like me? Like, why don't you want to throw away your life? Like that's really how this person's looking at you. It's so stupid. Bottom of the deck we have Believe, strange encounters. I feel like you saw some dark shit with this person. I feel like her face almost is giving me disgust. I feel like you, especially with the unicorn here, it's like, I think that you do remain in this place of maybe innocence or purity, and it's like this person was showing you a very dark side of people. And I feel like you were a bit disgusted. You like I said, you couldn't wait to get up and leave. So let me get one last card here to close out the reading. What's the last message? Ooh, we have Bossed, Independence. Once again, she is like in all of these like jewels, bejeweled and just adorned. Like I feel like you adorn your body, like you worship your body. You make sure that your temple is beautiful. Like you actually put effort in and care. And it really upsets them. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So Spirit wants you to know that, you know, I think it really does hurt sometimes when you have to walk away from situations. You know, this person is trying to make it all about them, about how you left them, and it hurts so bad. But think about you. Think about what you had to go through. You had to basically dismiss somebody that felt like family, that was very close to you, because you had to have the realization that this person was, you know, sucking your time, your energy. They were also not talking well of you. You know, it's like they weren't actually loyal to you. So it's like, I think it was very painful for you to realize that this is a betrayer. This is somebody who is selfish. You know, that's very painful to realize that about other people, especially when I think you came from this more pure place, right? Of like, I think you just wanted a friend, or you just wanted somebody to, you know, maybe, yeah, share your peace with. You know, maybe you did want to be alone together with somebody, you know? But I think that this person, they put on that song and dance, and you were the one who had to find out the horrible truth And so I don't think this person is even thinking about your perspective at all, but spirit is. Spirit recognizes the pain. They recognize the betrayal. They recognize that you might even be feeling lonely. You know, it's like you might be hit with some difficult emotions of like grieving this connection, letting it go, and also having to maybe start fresh with different friendships and, you know, maybe facing a bit of loneliness. But spirit is like, just keep embracing your independence. What you're doing right now is building a foundation for your strength and success. You have safety and security, and I feel like that is worth its weight in gold, okay? Just like all the gold around her, it's like you are rich and abundant in safety and security, and just keep building on that, because when you have that, you're able to create. You know, if you don't have security, safety, how are you able to create? You're not going to be creating anything from a, you know, from a clear-minded space. White Tara, sensitivity. You're becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. And then once again, it's like this person's like, oh, they're too good for us. They could even be saying you're too sensitive, but I feel like you just keep honoring that sensitivity. This was a harsh relationship. This was harsh environment. This was, you weren't supposed to be here, okay? So don't judge yourself for walking away. Don't judge yourself for setting boundaries with this person. And yeah, keep focused. Keep focused, because strength and success, I think, can easily be yours. Whatever it is you're wanting to bring to life here. All right, my lovely pile twos, thank you so much for being here. I really hope the messages resonated with you. I hope they were helpful to you in some kind of way. If they were, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, guys, I'm sending you love, light, protection, blessings. Bye. Welcome, pile number 3s. You chose the Hanged Man. Welcome to your reading. Why was this person ugly to you? Sorry, this is an interesting pile here. This is just like the other 2 piles. This is a manipulator. You know, what can I say? This is somebody who they were feeling stuck themselves. Okay? They have been, I think, in a position for a while now where they feel very, very stuck in one place. Oh, I just like cracked my neck. You might have heard it, but it was like so intense. This person is very uncomfortable with the position that they're in right now in life. And I think that why were they so ugly to you is they... how do I put this? They had a decision to make in this connection. For a lot of you here, I feel like this was a romantic connection, I will say. This person is just giving me like very arrogant, very prideful. And I think that's why Spirit has been putting them in a timeout, because it's like this person needs to have an ego death, you know, like this person needs maybe multiple. This person needs to understand that they are no better than anybody else, because I do feel like this person has an arrogance to them, but they are very struck in their ego by the fact that they are stuck right now. So I think that you came along as the Empress here, as the Empress does, right? You were looking so good. I think that you were smelling good. I think that you had a lot of power and authority in a situation, and they wanted to have a piece of it. But this person knows that they are stuck. So they see somebody who's embodying Empress energy, and they're asking themselves, how do I get a piece? You know, how do I get the Empress here? And because this person knows that they are not in any position to actually show up for the Empress in the way that they deserve. The Empress deserves an emperor. The Empress deserves another Empress. You know, it's like the Empress deserves somebody on their level here, somebody who they can create peace and harmony with. And I think that this person knows that they don't have any of that to offer. We have the Magician here in reverse. So not only am I getting manipulation, but I'm getting like this person knows that they do not have the tools, or at least that's what they tell themselves, like, oh, I don't have what it takes to give to this person. With the Two of Wands here, the Two of Flowers in this deck, they had a decision. They could have made a decision that wouldn't have hurt you. You know, it's like, why were they so ugly to you? It's like, it was their choice. They made this decision, even though they know that they are not shit, you know, they still made the decision to go after you and to, like, I feel like, pursue this connection. Or maybe they manipulated a situation with you. I don't know. It's going to vary for a lot of you, but there was just heavy manipulation, and it was all to, I feel like, capture you, or like, because the Four of Coins to me is about possession. You know, like this person wanted to possess you. This person wanted a piece of you. This person wanted to, I feel like it was also to help boost their ego, because they are in a rut. They are stuck right now. So it's like they wanted to make themselves feel better. So that's also why they were so ugly to you, is because they were trying to make themselves feel better. It's just kind of giving me somebody who like really heavily romanced you, like pursued you, and then I don't know if they just dropped you or if they just like didn't keep their promises. They dropped the ball. They just and it really hurt, and it was like really ugly what they did to you. It was really selfish on their part as well. Like they just wanted to possess you. They just wanted to hold you. They just wanted to like it's also like a ego thing. They wanted to make sure that they could get something if they wanted it. It was like to prove something to themselves here. With the Six of Cups, this is also giving me like a grudge. This person could have had a grudge maybe since childhood. Like this could be somebody that you knew when you were younger, and maybe something didn't end in the best way, in the most amicable way. Like it wasn't very harmonious the way the connection ended, and it's like this person still holds on to a past grudge. So if you might have hurt this person in the past, and I'm talking like past, like I'm talking years ago, or you know, like over 2 years is what I'm getting. It's like this person still is hanging on to, and I think that's also, it's just this, it's telling me all about their karma. You know, it's like they are so stuck right now because their arrogance, because they hold on to grudges. They hold, you know, it's like their ego cannot let go when somebody hurts them. They're like, you want to hurt me? Do you know who I am? You know, like kind of thing. So I think that if this person was ugly to you, it was a way to diminish your value. It was a way to get back at you for a grudge. It was a way to, I feel like, steal your power in a sense of like, I can get what I want from you. I can, you know, I can own you. I can possess you if I wanted, even though I'm not ready, even though I don't have shit, that I like to actually manifest this, to actually make this connection healthy, stable, secure, to actually work for the long run. Like, they're not capable of that. So it's like, instead they're just gonna lie about it and say that they are. And it fulfills their twisted grudge fantasy, because they know that they're getting one over on you, because they know that they're an arrogant P-R-I-C-K. Yeah, this person sucks. This person sucks. Yeah, they don't have any sweetness in this connection. It was all just like control, manipulation, possession. It just feels like they were objectifying you as well, like looking at you as something to conquer, looking at you as something to like own or possess, looking at you as also maybe someone to punish. I just find it interesting because this Mad Hatter, the way he's like smiling is very similar to the Hangman card. It's like, this person, they're almost like proud of themselves for their shitty behavior. This could be somebody who's like, especially if this is like a man and you, like, you were a woman pursued, it's just coming through as like a lot of misogyny, where internalized misogyny, where it's like they're trying to show off to their friends, to their male friends. They're trying to like look at how much of a player I am, look at how much of a playboy I am, look at, like, even though I'm such a shitbag, look at, like, I can still get people like this. Like, it's like a bragging thing, it's like an ego thing. It's just all to feed their pride and ego. I feel like you were looking at this person like they were crazy, you know? It's like they feel like they're so hot, they're so put together, they're such a like player. Ooh, they got you. What did they really get? You know, it's like, I think you look at them as like too old for what they're doing as well. Like, you could be looking like this person thinks they're more attractive than they are, but it's like they could be definitely like aging or losing their looks here. Like, you just were looking at them like they were freaking crazy. You could have also looked at them as if, just like pile 2, where it's like they were repeating patterns. So let's keep going. Why were they ugly to you? Signs. Meanings, repeated numbers, synchronicities. This person could have really, what's the word? Manufactured. They really manufactured, possibly like intimacy, manufactured intimacy. They could have tried to make things more meaningful than they actually were. Like, they could have maybe texted you at 11:11 trying to mess with your head. They could have I don't know, like sent you pictures of animals or songs or things, or, you know, like, oh, I'm thinking of you at this moment, or like, I'm looking at the moon at the same time as you. Like, there's signs all around us that we are meant to be. Like, this person truly, I think, was messing with your head of like, why were they so ugly to you? It's like they figured that they could make you fall through your spirituality. Mainly, this person just likes to have power over others, like to kind of abuse your spirituality in that way. It was just to have power over you, to make you feel like you're stupid for believing in it. Why were they ugly to you? Ascending, learning, transcending, preparing for union, new phase. This person felt like you were going to leave them behind. They felt like you were going to find somebody better, a lot better. preparing for union, new phase. Like, yeah, they felt like you were gonna find somebody who was actually on your level. Why were they so ugly to you? They recognized that you were growing beyond them. I feel like they just feel so slighted. They feel like such a victim in the situation. Like they're actually upset at you for learning, transcending, and maybe even finding another connection. Why were they so ugly to you? Bottom of the deck, memories, reminiscing, dwelling, good times, looking back. They were ugly to you because there's something about the past here that I feel like you guys could have definitely had past history here, like grown up together, this or that. You have memories, you had good times, and this person is still holding some kind of grudge from the past. Like, they reminisce, they dwell, but then it's like it also makes them upset or angry again. Like, this person cannot let go. This person doesn't know how to let go. Why were they so ugly to you? They can't let go. This person thinks about you a lot. I feel like you, oh man, you could be dating other people, and I just feel like that really upsets this person. Like, it really gives this person that ego death that I think Spirit is like trying to bring in. Like, you think you're such hot shit, like watch you get dropped like hot shit and left on the sidewalk, you know? It's like, while this person picks up a diamond, it's just like, and this person's gonna be there looking like, stinking like, you know, and you will be with your new boo. I don't know, like, or just ascending in general. It's like they wanted to laugh at your spirituality, or like kind of maybe manipulate through your spirituality, but like watch you ascend past them. Like, watch, like, I'm hearing the song Ascension by Janae Aiko. What are you doing for? What are you running for? What are you trying to prove? What do you gotta lose? Falling, the unknown, descent, momentum, change. This really feels like the Hangman here as well. Like, I just feel like they are in such a transitional period of their life that they feel kind of out of control. I feel like this person could have been like trying to hold you for stability, like grab onto you to like keep them from falling. You know, it's like this person was kind of craving some stability from this, but I think that Spirit needs them to be in this space right now. They need them to let go of control. They need them to let go. They need to have their ego kind of be humbled a bit. You know, this person needs to experience this change. And I feel like it really scares them. It really stresses them out. They don't want to be vulnerable with themselves, you know? There's something I was about to say, I was about to say with the unknown. It's like, there's also something here about like this person doesn't want to, like, especially if they were dating you or trying to pursue you romantically, it's like they don't want to go into the unknown romantically. Like, they would rather stay with you or like go after you, even though they can't give you what you deserve, because it's like, it's better than the unknown. It's better than having to change. And then we have this, you can't go back to yesterday, be in the present. So why were they ugly to you? Is because part of them wanted to go back to yesterday. There's something about like, they just wish they could go into the past and like redo the past, but it's like they're still making the same mistakes even now. So it's like, be present, be in the present. Like, what mistakes are you making right now? The mistake was, I think, hurting you again, or trying to get back at you, or, you know, it's like, I don't think it actually made this person happy. I think that this person actually wants to be with you. It's just like they don't feel good enough. Yeah, they felt like you were so regal. You were worth so much, and I don't think they treated you as such. I think it was more so about feeding their ego, looking at you as an object to conquer. Manage to be glad. Create your own happiness regardless of conditions. Yeah, this person, why were they ugly to you? They haven't created happiness for themselves. And I feel like they see you doing that. They see you ascending. They see you managing to be glad, even in the face of their betrayal. Nature communication. Flower energies, fairy energies, elemental messengers. I feel like it's interesting that this person tried to use spirituality against you, or like to make you feel stupid. And I think what's actually happening now is they could be going through a spiritual awakening. You know, the Hanged Man is all about seeing life through a different perspective. So I think Spirit is like putting them in timeout, putting them in this uncomfortable position. They're like, we need you to change. We need you to change your perspective, you know? And it's so interesting because I think that where they tried to manufacture signs, synchronicities with you, I think they're actually getting them now. It's like, now that you're gone, you're like, you might be in a new connection. I feel like you're still looking good, doing your thing. I think now they're being hit with like repeated numbers, synchronicities, nature communication, you know, elemental messengers. I feel like they are getting so many messages, so many downloads. Their intuition is like, I'm just hearing like, you know how when the computer, like your phone even, it just starts beeping, like beep, 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 like, you know, just going off and off and off. Like that's how it's going for this person. It's okay. As my cats are fighting, right? It's like they keep getting signs, synchronicities, and it's interesting because it's like they associate it with you, because I feel like they were trying to manufacture the signs, you know, like they were making fun of you and your spirituality, like, oh baby, we're meant to be together. And now it's like I feel like they're getting signs and messages guiding them or telling them this or that, and it just feels like there's an irony there where it's like they were making such fun of you, and now it's like they're in your position, you know? They're not going to manifest anything. They're going to stay stuck. Spirit's like, we're trying to give you the answers. But we do have It's Always Tea Time, Eternity, Endless Moments, Repetition. So I do feel like this person might repeat the cycle a bit. It might be a while. They might be at the tea party for a while. That's all I'll say. Like, this isn't the first time they've done something like this, is also what I'm hearing. This person just likes to be in control. They like to be the manipulator instead of the manipulated, you know? So there is a wound there, a trust wound, where it's like they just don't trust people to not hurt them. And so it's like they hurt other people first. Ugh. Okay, let's get out of this. Let's get a last message from Spirit to my pile threes. We have Ain, Leap of Faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. I think that this person wanted to kind of slow you down. They kind of wanted to keep you more so on their level than the level that you were growing to. And I think this just shows that whereas they are so scared to take a leap, they're so scared of falling. Like I'm hearing that song, I'm free falling. You know, you're not. You are okay with just jumping into the unknown, trusting Spirit, taking a risk. And I feel like you are almost like a guiding light to this person. I feel like they wish that they could be half as brave as you are. Bottom of the deck, Ma'at, fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. And that's so interesting because I feel like when I was getting into it, it's like this person's so arrogant, this person's so like controlling, they're so like, they hold grudges. It's almost like I was saying, it's almost like spirit's telling me their karma. You know, it's like karmically they're building a lot of negative karma because of their arrogance, because of their controlling nature, because of their inability to let go and release that energy instead of like holding such strong grudges towards people. I think that spirit's going to kind of do a Uno reverse on this person. They're going to challenge this person's arrogance. They're going to challenge what was the other stuff? Sorry. You know, they're going to challenge their greed and possession. They're going to challenge their grudge holding nature. Like, they're going to be put in these positions where it's like, I don't know, it's just, I think karmically it's working out. I do think that part of their karma is seeing you with somebody else that you actually are like treated well by, like you're actually worshipped, you're actually looked at like a human as well, not as an object in the way this person was belittling you or devaluing you. Let's get some more. I don't know, I kind of feel like some more of these for you, just like maybe one or two more. Sedna, infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So yeah, I feel like you just feel a lot of trust with spirit. You feel like you're going to be supplied. You don't really feel a lot of fear when it comes to change or transitions, because it's like maybe you've been there before. You've taken those leaps of faith and things have always worked out. You know, it's like you were always supplied. Spirit's got you, baby. Spirit's got you. Oh, look, another beautiful purple. Aracura blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process and do not give up. Spirit's here on your side. They love to see you bloom. They love to see you ascend. They're so proud of you. And I feel like just through your energy alone, it is pouring out of you. Like, I think people recognize that you are really intuitive, that like you are going places, that there's something about this is just the beginning, especially because leap of faith reminds me so much of the Fool card, and that's just the beginning. Like, you are starting a new beautiful journey beyond this person, and I think you're gonna look back one day and you're gonna be like, damn, like I really was this person's karma. You know, I really showed out on them. That's what I kind of feel. It's like, I think you're gonna like literally kind of forget about this person at a certain point, and then you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, oh yeah. It's like, it's reminding me of like, you know, that trend on TikTok where they'll be like, oh, I'm so hungry I could eat insert name, and it's like these kids would be going to their parents and they would like bring up a name from like their parents' like situationship from like when they were a kid, or like bringing up, you know, past friends from high school, like that these parents have grown so beyond and they've started their own family and gone so far and this and that, and then boom, their kid just brings them up. And like, I feel like it's gonna be one of those moments for you where it's like you're gonna be so beyond this person, why they were ugly to you. You're just gonna be so beyond it. And it's just gonna, something's gonna bring it up and you're gonna be in shock of like, damn. And not to say this person won't ever figure it out, but I just think it's karmically you deserve so much better than what this person has put you through. And I don't see them changing soon. You know what I mean? I feel like they're still gonna repeat the cycle a bit. They're hangman, they're stuck right now. You're in the Empress, so why not go and step out and get what you deserve right now instead of waiting for this person to shape up. Nah, you're gonna be so beyond. I just split the deck. We have the 3 of coins, so it's like you're gonna make new collaborations. You could even like meet somebody at work I am getting that. Like, it's an unexpected thing where it's like you just start working together on something and it's like, oh, we just get along so well. But yeah, that's all I have for you, pile number 3s. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the messages resonated for you. If it did, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, I'm sending you love, light, protection, blessings. Bye. Welcome to the bonus pile. So if you don't know, these are cards I pull for myself and the collective. It's also a more relaxed pile, so just pretend you've come on over to my house. I pulled out the cards, sipping some wine, smoking some weed, and hanging out. Okay, so why were they so ugly to us? Like, what? Why you gotta be so ugly, you know? So I am getting 2 people. Like, I feel like it's 2 people, and it could have been like hyper masculine or just like toxic masculine energies here. There could have been an earth sign, there could have been a fire sign. Doesn't have to be, but I'm getting 2 people that were very ugly to you. And I think, I don't know, it kind of feels like a group of people, I will say, because we also have this Knight of Swords at the bottom in reverse. So that's not great either. It's like we've got at least 3 people here. And I do want to kind of make this one a bit quicker than the rest. So we're just going to get to the point here, right? It's like King of Pentacles in reverse. These people could have been broke. These people could have not had the finances, the stability, even the patience, the calmness, the work ethic. These are people, they were ugly to you because it was more so about their self-hatred is what I'm getting. Like, they didn't like their own traits that they possess. They don't like that they, you know, have this shitty work ethic. They don't like, this is somebody who also, it's like they want to kind of get rich fast. I don't know if this is everybody in this group, they all share these qualities, or if this is like one specific person, okay? But I'm describing the King of Pentacles right now, and they just were very focused on, like, I think status and like greed and money, but at the same time it's like they never had any, or like they don't have the actual ambition to complete their goals. They don't have the planning, the ability to like plan out their goals and to go towards them in any kind of productive way here. And then with the King of Wands in reverse, it's like this is just somebody who's aggressive, you know? This is somebody who, and like I said, this could be shared qualities of the group, where it's like all of them are kind of materialistic, but also like lack the ambition to actually be rich, successful. And it could even just be like their own ego, like wanting that for themselves, but it's not actually realistic. Like, let's look at the statistics of how long it actually takes you to get out of poverty. You know what I mean? It's like these are people that are like, oh, I'm just gonna get rich easy. I'm gonna, like, you know, they could get into some kind of pyramid scheme, or, but yeah. So, you know, we got that. And then we've got this like aggression, you know? It's just like people who are very impulsive about the things that they say and do. It's like they're not thinking about, what if something I say or do is going to hurt this person they just don't care. They have a lack of empathy. They are just very apathetic to other people's feelings, and so it creates this cruelty. It creates this ugliness, you know? It just feels very righteous, though. Like, both of these people are coming through as kings. So it's like, whether it's all the group or just these two people, it's like they're very righteous. Like, these are people who think that whatever they say goes, that they are the king, they're the, you know, like, they are the top of the food chain here, and it's like, whatever they say, like, they can say whatever they want. Like, who's gonna challenge them? Like, there's an arrogance there. There's a looking down on other people. Why were they ugly to you? They were looking down on you. They feel very righteous, yeah, in their own ugliness, like in their own cruelty, in their own materialistic behavior. We do have temperance. Oh, well, I guess before we get to that, I mean, we'll talk about this Knight of Swords in reverse too, because this is somebody who uses their words as weapons. You know, this is somebody who I think is very talented at communicating, and they know exactly what to say to, like, drive the knife into the heart, you know, like, they know exactly what to say to hurt you. And so I feel like, especially if this is like a group of people, my God, you know, why were they ugly to you? All of these people, I don't think they like themselves very much. I think that all of these people, they have shared traits where, you know, I think there's individual traits, like we just kind of went into more individual, but I do think generally they all kind of share similar traits. But it's not just that. With temperance here in reverse, it's like all of them are very impatient. Like, these are very impatient people. These are people who are quick to react, quick to anger is what I just heard. All of them lack temperance, you know, all of them lack this sense of, like, being able to kind of regulate their own emotions in a healthy way. Because I feel like it's just, they feel an uncomfortable emotion, and instead of, like, processing it, instead of, like, taking it out in a healthy way, they take it out on other people, you know? Ugh, yeah, I hate these kind of people. Sorry. It's just like, obviously, I mean, it's my pile too, but it's like, damn. Just in general, these people suck. There's something about making you smaller, you know, with like the cookies and the drink of, like, eat me, drink me. They wanted you to, like, drink the Kool-Aid. They wanted you to fall in line. These are people that wanted you to accept, especially with these two kings, like, accept that they are smarter, or, like, they know best. They're righteous. There's a self-righteous, like, I feel like there could be a connection with these two kings where it's like they are a couple. It doesn't have to be. But yeah, it's like these three people together are a nightmare. It's like, it's so funny because I feel like as soon as one person walks away, the other two are talking shit about the other person. So it's like there's no safety, there's no love, there's no, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no actual respect between these people. They're just united in their, like, judgment, their cruelty, their anger, their self-righteous behavior. With the transformation here in reverse, I think this is the death card. 13. Okay, yeah, 13 is death. So these people resist transformation. I feel like you could have come in and you were really challenging the system. I think that you were, like, questioning these people who are never questioned. I think that you were looking at it from a perspective of, like, what's best for everybody here. And these people, just really disliked your ability to kind of see something with fresh eyes. And because I feel like they've just been for so long looked at a certain way, they could have been given power in a community. They were just, I feel like they were never questioned here. If anything, it's like people were always trying to cater to these people, like prove to these people that they belonged in this group, or you know what I mean? It's like they were almost scared of like being on the fire themselves, or like being judged by these people. So it's like they, like, especially I feel like this Knight of Swords, like this Knight of Swords might not be as righteous, but it's like they're still, like, they still give in to the cruelty. It's like I feel like this person almost says the nasty stuff that these two want to hear. You know what I mean? It's like they're willing to say the really cruel, nasty stuff that they know that these two people want to hear. It almost feels like this person, yeah, like this person is on a lesser totem pole in the group, you know? It's like in the food chain. It's so silly. So it's like this person is trying to like work their way up, or like please these two people. So like that's kind of how it works in the system, where it's like you don't question these two. Everybody is cruel and judgmental. Everybody's impatient. Everybody resists change. Like you came in and you're like, how about we do it this way? and everybody's like glaring at you, side-eyeing you. Like I said, I feel like they wanted you to like drink the Kool-Aid to become smaller, or to kind of like conform to their ideas. Yeah, they definitely, why were they ugly to you? They wanted you to conform to the group here. And I feel like the group baseline was, we are all jerks to each other. Like we are all very cruel. But it feels like these people are united by cruelty because of their own self-hatred. Like none of these people actually like themselves. So this cruelty is a defense mechanism that they use to like distract from their own insecurities, which was coming through in pile 1 as well. All right, I think that's what we're getting. They wanted you to feel like you didn't have any options with the 7 of Cups in reverse. They wanted you to feel like you had no choice but to stay in this group, or but to conform to this group. Like they just wanted you to feel like, yeah, like you were alone, or you didn't have options here. So let's get some more. Let's get some more. Why were they ugly to you? Why were they ugly to you? Surprise! Unexpected action, spontaneous, showing up, unexpected change. You are the surprise. Like I really feel like I'm just seeing somebody like in a giant birthday cake and like jumping out. Surprise, you know? Like you were like, I feel like you brought fresh ideas, you brought new perspectives. I feel like you're also a little bit unpredictable here. Like maybe because you don't conform, you are the rebel. You are the person that's gonna like say something unpredictable to these two leaders. You know what I mean? You were trying to create unexpected change, and I feel like these people, they became very cruel because they're not ready to change. You know, transformation in reverse. They don't actually want to experience that change yet. So I think you showed up, and I feel like you are also somebody who could be very spiritual, and it's almost like these people see you being divinely guided. It's almost like watching Chihiro being guided through this magical world, and it's like there is an element of like, yeah, it's giving me Chihiro, right? It's like she comes into this spirit world and all of these people are like so cruel to her, and like it's because she has a different perspective, because she's different, because she comes in with different ideas, different ways of handling situations. She also shows a lot of internal strength, you know, just such internal strength to keep going, to keep pushing forward. And so I feel like why were they cruel to you? Is like they hated to see your strength, your internal strength. They hated that you questioned them. They hated your own like freedom. I feel like you were kind of free, not bound by this society. You weren't actually following any of these rules, you know what I mean? You could have even tried, like tried to clean the floor. I'm seeing Chihiro like trying to fit into the group, but it's like that's not why she was there. She was there to shake shit up. She was there to create change. And I do feel like these people reminisce. They look back at the good times. They have memories with you, positive memories with you. And I do feel like why are they ugly to you is because that's all that they are, is memories now. I don't know, because I just don't think you would probably stay. Yeah, I don't think you would stay in a situation, bottom of the deck, justice, legal matters, court visit, legal papers, divorce. I feel like you could have just, in order to create justice in the situation, you could have removed yourself, or like you didn't feel right being there. So I feel like that's all that it is memories. Why are they ugly to you? It's because you're gone. Why were they ugly to you? This has come out for 3 piles. It's always tea time. Eternity, endless moments, repetition. Well, I feel like you were so bored, just like pile 2. You were so freaking bored of this society, of like what these people cared about. It's not what you cared about. You could have just felt like these people repeated themselves a lot, or just like, it's not just you that they were cruel to, definitely not. Like this is just kind of in their nature to be critical, hypercritical, hyper aggressive. And I think you didn't want to be a part of it, or you wanted things to change. You were like, I don't know, I feel like you could have really like wanted to initiate change in this group. Becoming braver. Once again, your internal strength is coming through. Resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. All of these things I've said, you brought in a fresh perspective. Why were they ugly to you? Because of your resilience, because of your experience, because you grew strong enough to stand up to these people. I feel like these people really use a lot of intimidation tactics to maintain power and control. And I feel like you became braver in the situation and stood up to it. You were like, I'm not intimidated by you. You hate yourself. Like, I feel like you really saw through it, where it's like, you don't hate me, you hate yourself. We have follow the white rabbit, curiosity meets opportunity. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and now we have a rabbit. To me, that's just all about luck. Why were they ugly to you? Because they feel like you are lucky. They feel like there's something, again, about your freedom or your detachment or your ability to like be spiritually guided and on your own path. It's like people look at that as lucky. They look at you as guided, like spiritually lucky, like you have divine guidance in some way, or you have luck, like things tend to go your way. And it's because of your curiosity, it's because of your fresh perspective. You're always asking questions. Why can't we do this? Why can't we change this? Why can't we, be fucking nice to people instead of judgmental and cruel? It's like you are there to challenge the system. You were there to be rebellious to this. And why were they cruel to you? Because they feel like you have a freedom that they don't have. Like, I keep thinking about the bathhouse in Spirited Away, and it's almost like all of those workers are still stuck there. You know what I mean? It's like Chihiro wasn't supposed to be there, sure, but it's like all these workers just get to watch Chihiro. Like, I'm even thinking specifically of Lynn, her friend Lynn, who's like guiding her in the bathhouse, or like helping her in the bathhouse most of the time. Lynn has always wanted to leave. Like, it's like her dream, right? It's like to get a ticket and to leave. And she literally has to sit there and watch Chihiro get on this little boat and take the train tickets that are so rare to come by and go on her way. And, you know, just from that perspective, you know, where it's like, these are people who feel trapped in some kind of society, trapped in some kind of group, or maybe even workspace, I don't know, but it's like they look at you as free. They look at you as you got away. You're lucky. Okay, sorry, I really got into channeling there for a second. Changed in the night. You have changed quickly. Yeah, people didn't see this coming, especially with becoming braver. I feel like people used to look at you as very like weak. They used to look at you as very like naive and like bright-eyed, you know, and just like naive here. And it's like, you've become braver. You've changed in the night. You're able to stand up to me now. I never expected you to be able to stand up to me, you know. I never expected you to have your own voice here with the blue voice or throat chakra. And so that's why they were ugly to you, is because they feel like you changed. They could no longer control you. They could no longer intimidate you. They could no longer dominate you. Bottom of the deck, uncertainty. Choose who you will become. These people could have felt like they didn't have a choice when it came to who they were becoming. They were just so embedded into this society or system, whereas you are like so far removed, detached, free, lucky. But these people don't recognize it. And I think what you could have even been trying to teach these people is that they do have a choice. Choose who you will become. You can choose. Like, these people feel like they've just succumbed, you know, like they've just succumbed to the darkness. They've just let themselves become this. They never fought it. They haven't tried to resist, or they haven't tried to transform. If anything, you came in trying to wake people up, trying to help people, trying to show them a fresh perspective, and they shunned you. They treated you horribly. They were ugly to you. So let's go ahead and get a cleansing message from Spirit. It's so interesting because I'm not even thinking of a specific friend group or people right now, but it's like, this could actually fit for me for like 3 different groups that I've been a part of. You know what I mean? It's like crazy how like these little societies of people who hate themselves just like enable each other to just stay these shitty people, you know? We have Ma'u, Mother Earth. You are called upon to help with environmentalism. So Spirit's saying, do something that matters. Do something that's important. Because these people are not. They won't. They're so caught up in being right. Like, that's really what it is. They're self-righteous. I'm always right. Instead, like, these could be people that litter. They could be people that like don't recycle. These could be people that don't care about the environment at all because they're so wrapped up in their mental superiority. Having to dominate, having to be right, you know? Like, they can't be wrong. And so it's like, I feel like you're just like so far removed, and it's a wonderful thing because it's like you can actually show up for the environment, for your people in a way that matters. Fuck these people. You know? Who cares what they're yapping about? Who cares about their little society? You know, it's like, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go freaking save the bees. Like, I don't know. Like, I gotta go plant some trees. Like, I gotta get out of here. You know, this is such a waste of time. And that's also where it's always tea time is like, you're so freaking bored with this useless ass shit that these people care so much about. You're not drinking the Kool-Aid, you know? Oh, we have Damara, guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. I can't remember if this came out in 1 or 2. But yeah, I feel like you, once again, it's like coming back to doing things that matter. You have a knack, I think, for seeing things with a fresh perspective, which I think is very helpful with childcare, because kids usually think outside of the box. You know, kids are usually thinking in such unique ways that as adults we kind of close our mind to, you know, just because of society and how we were raised. But I feel like you could just give such a safe space. You would foster so much curiosity in children. Like, I think you would probably reward kids for asking questions, you know, like ask more questions. What else? You know, it's like, I know there's parents who are like, I hate when my kid goes through the why phase where they're just like, why? But I feel like you would maybe love that, like where it's like you want to actually know why. Like, I'm so excited to tell you. Let me tell you, this is why. And it's like you love spreading knowledge, spreading this perspective. Use your skills to help children now. Help with environmentalism. Doing things that actually matter. All right, and Athena, your inner wisdom. You know what to do. Spirit. I love Spirit so much, dude. I'm sorry. They make me laugh. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Don't let these people stop you. Don't let them slow you down. You're too smart, Athena. You're too wise for this. And like I said, for me personally, I feel like I could fit this situation into like 3 different social groups that I have been a part of. And once you've experienced it so many times, you gain experience, you gain wisdom. I know how to handle these situations. I know how to focus on what actually matters and not and to give less attention to this BS, you know? Use that frickin' brain for something that matters. There's such a call here as well to like just do more for the community, do more for whatever communities you're a part of. All right. That's what I have for you, Pile 4s. This was so much fun. Thank you for being here. I loved how this flowed today. Yeah, I love you guys. If you resonated, give me a like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. You know what to do. Till next time, love, light, protection, blessings. Bye, y'all.